about moving from confusion to clear direction. The moment you decide who you're becoming. Before we begin, I want you to notice you didn't come here because you're confused. You came here because you're standing at a threshold. Confusion is just what it feels like when your current identity can no longer carry your future. Confusion is just what it feels like when your current identity can no longer carry your future. So today is not about giving you answers. It's about helping you decide who you're no longer willing to be. Let's tell the truth that most spaces won't say out loud. You already know enough to move forward. You just don't trust your own direction. And when you don't trust yourself, you do one of three things. You delay decisions. You over-prepare. You keep yourself in motion without actually moving. That is not confusion. That is self-protection disguised as productivity. I want you to try something right now. Think about the one thing that you should be doing next. You got it? Now answer this honestly. What have you been doing instead? That gap right there is where your life is being delayed. Not by a lack of opportunity, not by a lack of talent, but by your unwillingness to fully choose. Let me give you something new. Clarity is not what creates movement. Decision creates clarity. Most people are waiting to feel ready, but readiness is a result of movement, not a requirement for it. I'll say this one more time. Most people are waiting to feel ready, but readiness is a result of movement, not a requirement for it. Lena over on TikTok says, that's where I am. So instead of asking, what should I do? Start asking, what am I willing to commit to long enough to see results? That question changes everything. What am I willing to commit to long enough to see results? Here's the truth. You don't need a new plan. You need a new standard for yourself. Because right now, you're negotiating with your own potential. You say you want visibility, but you disappear. You say you want income, but you avoid structure. You say you want impact, but you stay in comfort. This is not confusion. This is misalignment between your desires and your discipline. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Lena over on TikTok says, my ADHD makes it troublesome, but right now I'm committed to following through on showing love. Yes. That's a great start. Love is the answer. Joy is the key. Love is the answer. Joy is the key. And having community that supports you in that love and in that joy is why we are here sharing together today. Not in confusion. Holding space for that misalignment between our desires and our discipline. Seeing the things that we don't want to see or that we're trying to avoid seeing. Direction is not doing everything better. Direction is choosing one lane and honoring it long enough to build traction. So here's what I want you to do moving forward. Choose one primary expression. Choose one primary offer to the world. Choose one primary way that you want to show up. And then commit to that for the next 30 days without constantly pivoting. Your life doesn't change from intensity. It changes from consistency. Now let's bring this into reality. If you're honest, you've had moments like this before. You felt clarity before, you felt ready before, but without structure, it faded. And that's where most people lose themselves again. So I've built spaces where that doesn't happen. Not motivation, not hype, but environments where you start to make real decisions. You take consistent action. You are seen here, supported, and held to your new standard. And this is where confusion actually ends. If you are ready to stop circling your potential, join us. Whether it's through the open rooms, like the one you're sitting in, the structured programs, or working with me directly. But do not leave this moment and go back to indecision. Let me leave you with this today. Your next level is not waiting on more information. It's waiting on a decision that you've been postponing. And the longer you delay this decision, the more expensive it becomes. You don't need another sign. You don't need another video. You don't need another plan. You need to move. I'll see you on the other side of that decision.